So it is with the most staggering irony that when push comes to shove, in a real hypothetical crisis, Western liberals, without a moment's hesitation, through, again, all their freedoms, human rights, all that moral high ground, completely under the bus, and assumed Marxism and copied the CCP in locking down to try and achieve the insanity of zero COVID. And again, rather coincidentally, just at this in this period, because of COVID and lockdown, suddenly the idea of the digital economy and the inevitability of the fourth industrial revolution and AI took hold in the public's consciousness, and particularly in America with the state bailouts to civilians and taxpayers, the COVID relief fund, record amounts of money was being pumped into the US stock markets, into the Magnificent Seven, and record bull runs have been established, and in the case of Nvidia, a 1000% markup on their stock price, who also happens to be run by a Taiwanese CEO. So I again struggle to believe that the US's investment in Taiwan to build Taiwan up as a global semiconductor hub to power and supply AI for over the last 40 years in reality. I struggle to believe that Nvidia's rise, again led by a Taiwanese CEO, is totally completely out of the blue and unrelated. And whether people like it or not, COVID is the backdrop for the breakdown in relations. It's the trigger anyway between China and America, but it's the context and the backdrop for the present now, not just the future, the present battle between China and America to win the world, to lead the world. And COVID has, people think it's been swept under the carpet, and they can just forget about it, and it's in the past. But Donald Trump, against all the odds, against the handful of legal cases, the impeachment, not one, two assassination attempts, the record funding by the Democrats, and the modern coup enacted by the Democrats on their own sitting president, who is still the only Democrat nominee who's been able to defeat Donald Trump in a US presidential election. Against all the odds, he is back and in power, and history has now come full circle, like COVID, before COVID happened. And RFK Jr. is being made effectively the health secretary of his new administration. So if people think that the 1/4 global economic crash from COVID in 2020 was the real COVID crash, you're about to be severely surprised and mistaken.